Today we're going to be talking about AP Chemistry Chapter 3, which is on stoichiometry. You can break up the word stoichiometry into stoichio, which is the Greek word for element, and metry means measure. So Greek word for element and measure is the meaning of metry. So this literally means element measure, and it answers the question of how much of one thing do you need for another. So if you take a look at this picture, you can see you have nitrogen reacting with hydrogen to make ammonia. If you look at the pictures, you can see that you've got N2, which is diatomic, reacting with H2, which is also diatomic, and ammonia, which is NH3. You're going to need to balance the equation to have a 1 here, a 3 here, and a 2 here in order to make sure you have 2 N's on the left and 2 N's on the right, 6 H's on the left and 6 H's on the right. And this represents an actual before and after situation. So before anything happens, this is what you have in front of you, a nitrogen and 3 hydrogens. And then after, what you have is an NH3 and an NH3. So these ratios are going to work for moles, 1 mole to 3 moles to 2 moles. It's going to work for liters of gas, 22.4, 67.2, 44.8. And also molecules will also follow a 1 to 3 to 2 ratio in this equation. But grams are a little bit different, because if you notice that this nitrogen here and this one here weigh 14 each. Each of these hydrogens weighs 1. So the before mass is going to be a total of 34 grams, and then the after mass will also be a total of 34 grams, and so the before and after mass will also match up. But it's not going to follow just a 1 to 3 to 2 ratio. It's going to be a 1 times 28 and a 3 times 2 match up with a 2 times 17, and that satisfies the law of conservation of mass, which says you're not going to create or destroy matter when you do a chemical reaction. So moles, liters, and particles follow the 1 to 3 to 2 ratio because those are the coefficient ratios. However, grams are going to follow a ratio that involves both the coefficient and the molar mass, because you're going to find that the before of the reaction mass, which was 34 like we said, will match the after reaction, which is also 34 grams. And you can see the mole roadmap right here is just a way of converting between all the units of liters, particles, and grams.